Good evening once again, everybody. Good to see everyone, and welcome into yet another night of 4 races. And again, not all of them are going to be divisional, so I will get to change this up for once. I actually get to say something different tonight. On that note, this will be the first time I don't get to say that it's a divisional matchup, but welcome in, like I said, everybody. We got ArrTeaSea on the left side, your Arizona Cardinals rep, and she'll be taking on Mr. Undefeated, one of the two at the moment, Slackaholicus, looking to end one of the 2 undefeated streaks here. Your Philadelphia Eagles representative, excuse me. So again, wow, excuse me again, sorry for that, allergies are catching up to me. Either way, we're going to do a best 2 out of 3 race through the womb 2. You see the scores of zeros at the bottom of the screen. As soon as somebody beats Mom's heart, we'll add a point to those scores. We'll reset both racers and we'll start from scratch again. They're both going to use Isaac. They both have the same save file, which is Platinum God. Every single item is unlocked for both of these two. Again, they're both looking at item rooms. When they get started off, theoretically, they should get something nice. If not, they're going to wind up resetting. That is completely allowed. Slack's also got a curse room, so that adds a little bit different to it. We'll get to everything as soon as the race starts. On that note, though, there's 7 banned items nobody's allowed to take. Real quick, there you see the link into both of their channels. So real quick, head on in, say what's up to ArrTeaSea and Slack. Tell them both good luck, and seriously, wish on your favorite racer. Stay in there the entire time, please, if you guys would. I'd appreciate that. There's a list of the 7 banned items nobody's allowed to take. Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipic Hack, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel. Toothpicks being an exception to this. You can take them or reroll them. Your choice on that, but only on that. D6 is only usable against those 7 items. Everything else is take it or leave it. D6 is outlawed otherwise. Pretty much, yeah, that takes care of dang near everything. The racers know these rules. If you two are ready, I see Slack's already kind of firing a few out around in a circle here. But if you two want to fire a few shots, let me know that you're both good to go, and I'll start doing a countdown for you soon. Excuse me. Also brings up a good point that no glitches, for the most part, are allowed. If they only benefit the racer, then they're not allowed. If there's any risk involved whatsoever, then the glitch is okay. There's a few different ones like that. I assume that because Slack stopped firing, that means that he's good now. So, fire a shot or 2, Slack, just to make sure that I know that you're good. Okay, good. Just wanted to make 100% positive on that one. So they're both good to go here. I didn't want to do a countdown without knowing for positive on that. I was pretty sure, but either way, let me do this countdown. We'll get these 2 off and racing on our first of 4 races here this evening. And again, best of luck to you both in 3, 2, 1. And whenever you hear that, feel free to take off. And again, best of luck. Let me explain that, again, they're both watching me listening for that countdown. There may be a slight delay between when they take off because I'm also recapturing both of their streams. So you notice Slack just barely taking off first. ArrTeaSea will be literally moments behind here. Once she actually hears it. Anyways, we got the D20. There we go. So we got the D20 on Slack's side. I was waiting for that. He went into his curse room, and there you see it rerolls things like bombs. In this case, troll bombs. Keys, coins, hearts, empty chests, and in fact, locked chests still for that matter too, or closed ones. Anything like that into other such items. Left out trinkets and cards also. But Slack not happy with what he got out of there. He's keeping on resetting until he winds up with something decent. As did ArrTeaSea for that matter, and she's looking at a new curse room and item room here. Alright, Guppy's head on ArrTeaSea's side, so one of the 3 pieces that she'll need to become full-on Guppy. This one's going to spawn a couple of friends till the end attack flies for her every single room, and will recharge every room for that matter. Also picking up the Balchandian, as we like to call it, so 1 extra health up on ArrTeaSea's side. She now has 4 heart containers as she heads to her first boss. Slack into his new, kind of crappy item room with plus speed on a belt. Yeah, that's a pass. That's a straight up, I don't care about that item. How's up, Menfrey? Good to see you. What's up, Ecstatic? Good to see everybody this evening. Seriously, welcome in, everyone. Let me get you the link one more time into both ArrTeaSea and Slack's channels. Please head on in there, wish them both good luck, and tell them both hi. And again, Pink Widow just about dead for ArrTeaSea here. Just a couple more shots. Again, Slack just having finally grabbed something good out of an item room. We'll have Harlequin Baby floating around behind, popping out those V-pattern red tears. Just slightly above base damage. Not the greatest thing, but it does give you a lot more coverage shot-wise. And again, any type of damage up on the first floor, our racers are going to be more than happy to take. It can even be Brother Bobby, and they'll still take it. But ArrTeaSea first on down to basement 2. A couple extra soul hearts out of this curse room. She's really trying for those extra pieces of Guppy if she can happen across them. On that note, Slack going to very quickly catch up as Duke of Flies just got melted. A little bit of shot speed increase in this case with the Cat of Nine Tails. And that'll actually make your shots travel faster on screen. immediately onto his boss fight as well, so this could start playing interesting. Slack does not have a key. Okay, now he does. Now that answers my question. He will go look for his item room. I was about to say that there may be a moment of thought there where Slack may just go onto the boss fight. But now that he's got the key, it makes it absolutely worthwhile to go back and find this. They're pretty small floors here on the basement anyway, so it's kind of hard to bypass these and still gain any time. You might as well get these items. And on that note, a very good one, Mom's Bra. That'll freeze enemies in place on Slack's side. He'll be very happy to be able to use that against bosses. You'll see that used momentarily here, almost guaranteed. Excuse me again. What's up, Tick? How you doing this evening? Alright, ArrTeaSea also into her second item room. She'll get 5 free bombs out of the remote detonator, but she'll put it right back and take Guppy's head with her. I was going to say, I think I know her well enough at this point. There's a freeze effect on Famine, so even though he's frozen and can't do it himself, let's all say, hey, to Famine if you would. Let's also say, bye, because he just got freaking crushed. So there's a cube of meat floating around Slackaholicus. Hey, we get to do it again. Everybody, on the left side this time, wave to the left and say, hey, to Famine. Damn you, Famine. You took a day off and you're back in full force. I see how you're doing this. I see how it is. Thank you for the day off. My voice thanks you too, but how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Hey, on the left, you. Yeah. That's why I love you guys. So ArrTeaSea will wind up with that same cube of meat orbiting around her, blocking shots and also damaging anything that she would happen to walk it into. And she'll catch right up to Slackaholicus, who's really only about one room ahead at this point. Make that two as he's cleared this one out. Oh, make that really about half a floor now as he's also found his boss fight here. And Slack's actually going to head right on over to it. And ArrTeaSea actually getting a double deal as opposed to Slack. Bloodlust. Ooh, really? I figured she might take Sister Maggie over that choice, but Bloodlust for ArrTeaSea. So that, every time she kills an enemy per room, is going to give her... We'll just round up and call it half a damage. It's a little bit easier to say it that way. So we'll call it about half a damage per kill, up to 6 enemies per room. So you get an extra 3 damage per room that resets at the end of it again. This room, for example, ArrTeaSea's got 1 damage up right now. When she kills the next one, it'll be up to about a damage and a half, for example. So on and so forth. And it resets the second she walks out of here. So interesting choice for the 2 hearts. I may have taken Sister Maggie in that situation myself. Again, for only 1 heart on that, you get pretty decent damage out of a follower with Sister Maggie. Speaking of damage, taking out Gertie there, Slack picking up the pentagram, and that's going to be good enough for his item here on Caves 1. He's going to kick right on down to the Caves 2 with damage up on his tears. What's up, Castle? How you doing? Alright, speaking of boss fights, ArrTeaSea also finding hers before her item room here on Caves 1. And looks like, again, she's going to head right on in. She's going to fight a green hollow in this case, so champion version of the hollow. Nothing too scary about it. It just pops out those triple shots from the front side when it does make it stop. Ooh, nicely timed bomb. And again, whenever the hollow splits, you're going to wind up with something coming out of it. Golden hollow would have been preferable. You get money every time. Everything else is going to wind up with some sort of enemy spawning out of it. Oh, there's no need to worry about doing stuff like subscribing. Is it appreciated? Yes, absolutely, but don't even worry about it. Like, seriously, that's just there as an extra thing. Never feel like, oh, I gotta do that just so that, you know, I can be part of this. Never the case. I will try to never make that the case. If I have to put it on sub-only mode, there's reasons, but... Ooh, telepills on ArrTeaSea's side as she wound up with... Oh, look at this. She winds up with Bomb's Coin Purse and those Otaku ports. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, taking people right to special rooms. ArrTeaSea walks out of the special room she ported into, her Super Seeker room. And look at that. Oh, we found her item room. Good timing. Ooh, and not bad at all. Her second and third, I should say, orbitals now. She has a halo of flies, so 3 shot blocking capabilities floating around ArrTeaSea now. Quite defensive build going on here. Yeah, those semi-moon strats? Ooh, look at this. The follower brigade continues over on Slack's side. Rainbow me, anybody that's subscribed to Cobalt Streak, if you would. In fact, I will do that now. Ah, shit. Is that still active? I don't know that mine's still active. No, it's not. Oh, crap. I gotta re-up that. How the hell did that happen? I gotta re-up mine to Cobalt. Son of a bitch. That just ran out like 2 days ago, I think. Well, never mind. There's those Rainbow me's, though. We got Rainbow Baby. Oh, that was just... the worst timing on that freeze on Slack's side. Anyways, Rainbow Baby's going to shoot out random tiers from any of the followers that you can get. And you notice now, like I said, that follower brigade is being built strong. What happened was Slack used Mom's Bra as the Wretched was kind of mid-air right there, and froze it up in the air where he could not actually hit it with his tiers, so he got kind of screwed out of a few seconds there. So kind of backfired. If he would have waited literally a millisecond longer, it would have been on the ground, and that would have been over. That fight would have been done. All right, a little bit more health up for Slack, and he's going to head on down to the depths. Again, on her Cave Stew boss fight herself, ArrTeaSea's fighting Peep right now, still has not found the item room once again. This is becoming a trend on this run. And again, I know these racers well enough that I think she's going to skip on over that item room. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to say that she'll skip that item room to catch on up to where Slack's at the moment. What's up, Rainbow? Hey, what's up, Tommy? Tommy, probably, sorry. Oh, wait, there's only one M. Is it Tommy or Tommy? I just want to make sure I don't mispronounce people's names. It always feels rude of me to do so. So let me know if I mispronounce you, by the way. Alright, Hangman Card on Slack's side is going to let him fly whatever room he's in, which would actually help out ArrTeaSea considerably at the moment, so she didn't have to worry about that urine on the ground in her Peep fight. So Slack going to use Mom's Bra in a really opportune place here, lined up every night in the perfect order, and gets to take him out in one fell swoop. Nicely timed Mom's Bra right there by Slackaholicus. Good use. What's up, Only? How you doing? And Bill, good to see you guys. Lucid, good to see you all this evening. Alright, there's Peep dying off. Ooh, box of items yet again, so one of everything. This turned out well, though. Curved Horn will add damage to ArrTeaSea's tiers. And she isn't even going to bother with the card. She'll just be heading right on down to her depths one. In her case, she gets the expansion version, the Necropolis, so tougher enemies and room layouts possible. Second one. Okay, cool, cool. That's a flower. And look at this, once again, those boss fights just showing their faces before any of the item rooms. Also, if you're subscribed to Cobalt, let's see those Mr. Cools, because it's Loki over on the right side, who is, again, going to get melted very quickly here. I'm actually surprised Slack didn't freeze the bomb right in place right next to Loki. Ooh, speaking of freezing, there goes one little frame drop. Again, I'm watching two streams at the same time, so that will happen from time to time, and I do apologize. Alright, there's that freeze effect, and he's going to make sure Loki just dies off here. Alright, Magic 8 Ball is a mismarked item that is, again, shot speed increase on Slack's side. Golden Key would be useful normally. That's infinite keys for the floor that you're on, but seeing as Slack's just going to skip his item room yet again, he's going to move on down to Depths 2, and that is a completely worthless item sitting there. So again, he moves right on down along, and it still keeps his slight advantage over ArrTeaSea. Going to play a Blood Machine at the moment. Maybe hoping for that Blood Bag luck? Yeah, no such. Up to 19 cents, though, makes at least the store worthwhile, assuming that he doesn't think that it happens to be greed in there. So we'll see if Slack chooses, if he finds this store, that is, to even head in. And finally, an item room showing up before a boss fight, and yet another good follower showing up. Robo Baby will fire out those laser tiers from behind ArrTeaSea. Alright, Cursor Room breaking pretty even, except let's get a judgy, please, because Slack was holding onto that card, so he'll drop it down, spend all of his money in here if he has to. But he's open for something good. Ooh, Star's card is a direct teleport to your item room, so he'll get out of here damage-free. And we got War over on ArrTeaSea, really. We got War over on ArrTeaSea's side, so a second cube of meat incoming for her that'll wind up turning that first cube into Meat Boy's face and firing out tears. Now, speaking of tears, we also got Technology 2 on Slack's side. A little bit of damage down, but a lot of fire rate increase on that. So pretty consistent fire coming out of that, plus his two followers. Also, that judge gave him the Bible, I'd like to point out. So let's see, no Bibles, which we already are. That is banned because you can one-hit kill Mom's Foot and Mom's Heart with it, which makes those fights go exceptionally faster, for obvious reasons. Which, in a race situation, you know, yeah, if you're doing a speed run, awesome, keep it. But in this, we kind of wanted to even it out a little bit more. And again, with no D6, nothing Slack could do with that. I had to leave it behind. But again, he moved right on over along to his boss fight. Those teleports, man, I'm telling you. Something about him, I'm telling you. Alright, but ArrTeaSea on down to the same floor, so she's just looking for item room and the same Mom's Foot fight that Slack's already just about done with. He's got about 25% more to go here. Ah, that ain't that bad. If you have to leave behind one item like that, and it only wound up costing him, I think, like 9 cents or 6 cents. So it's not god-awful. Alright, ArrTeaSea having coming across her item room now keeps it to within a half-floor differential here, though. Slack just finishing off there. We see, it really wants to give him that belt, apparently, so a little bit more movement speed increase, and Slack will be moving on down to the womb. Keeps Mom's Pearl in this case, because, again, we only race through the womb, too. You do not need that Polaroid. And again, Mom's Pearl, a little bit higher chance of getting Soul Hearts to spawn for you. Guys, instead of the usual questions that occur about, like, when's Cobalt racing, when's this happening, check out the website and you won't miss the races like you already did this week for everybody that's asking when Cobalt races. Alright, so Blue Mom's Foot fight on ArrTeaSea's side. This is going to spawn a lot of nastier enemies here, so she's going to hang out down by the door and hope that she can get it to the point where it is literally just doing damage to the arm here. And if that mini Greedhead stays on the other side, which it may not now. Oh god, that Splitting Spider's worse. But if everything stays away from her, she's in a pretty good position right here. This is where it gets a little scarier. One more hit ought to... Oh. Okay, well, I was going to say, one side or the other, one more hit will do it now, but yeah, there you go. Ouch, didn't quite get out of the way of the foot as it stomped down. ArrTeaSea back to the beginning here. Tech 2 is on the right side. Slack, excuse me. Picked that up in... Was it Depths 2 that he grabbed that, or Depths 1? I forget which. But yeah, that is technology 2. The almost constant firing laser like that is technology 2. And if you're looking at it from the way that Slack's pointing at you, technically Isaac's right eye, but the one that shows on the left side is going to be Tech 2. Other side is Tech 1. And you'll see it like much less frequently on screen. And it was Depths 2. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. See, people got my back. I appreciate it. There's so much stuff going on half the time that I wind up forgetting exactly where it was. Ooh, how about this? Number 1 on ArrTeaSea's side. So again, a little bit lower range, but pretty good shot speed. And yes, that is what you think, because number 2 is what you know it as. Number 1 would be, yeah, that's what your tears turned into, and yeah, that's not lemonade. That is not lemonade. And yes, you can have both technologies on the same run. Yes, you can. It's actually kind of cool. I think I've only seen it, for that matter, twice total. I'm trying to think of who all had it. Yeah, I think I've only seen it twice total. Like, in all the time that I've watched Isaac. I've never had it myself, but yeah, I've seen it twice. Yeah, Kane's the only one that wouldn't do it. Yeah, Blue Mom happened. Blue Mom and her nasty expansion level enemy spawns happened. But again, moving on down along already here to her basement 2, and making some pretty quick time. If she can just get some range up, ArrTeaSea, again, gonna work on a pretty decent build here. But again, Slack already in the womb 1, just looking for boss fights now. Because again, once you get to the womb, there's no more stores and no more item rooms. And speaking of that, anyway, he cleared most of the floor at this point. He knew about where he was heading here. But Slack coming across that womb 1 boss fight. A second item room here on ArrTeaSea's side would be building up a lot of bombs. Is it 4 rooms that you clear? I believe just kind of like the relic. It might be 3. Dang it, I can't remember now. Either way, every couple of rooms that you clear, you wind up with an extra bomb spawning out of that bomb bag. There's that freeze effect just massacring through Skull X there. Thank you, Tech 2, for that matter. And speaking of the relic, every 4 rooms, Slackaholicus is going to get himself a blue heart to spawn if he gets through that many. But again, moving on down to his Depths 2. And again, just one more boss room to find here. He's looking for Mom's heart at this point. Excuse me again. Sorry about that. And when life gives you lemonade, or gives you lemonade, you throw lemons back at it because you wanted the goddamn lemons in the first place. Douchebag life. Before a compass troll, yeah, with the Curse of Darkness, that usually tends to happen. Either that or, like, okay, one of two things will happen here. Calling it now, Slack will find a Judgy, and it'll give him either the treasure map or the compass. Because that's what Judgies do in Curse of Darkness is. They're douchebags. Just wait for it. The game will troll like that, somehow, some way. It will find a way. Alright, so ArrTeaSea onto her second boss fight here momentarily. Just these two more enemies to clear out. Again, Slack still just... oh, God, that room. And, of course, I had a lag ball during, like, one of the coolest rooms. I hate having to dodge in those rooms. I take so much random damage. Alright, just discard one of every type item. So a key, a bomb, a coin, and a heart, which the heart's kind of basically not needed at the moment for Slack. We'll stay on the far side of the room, make sure that that guy doesn't hit him. Tons of pills on ArrTeaSea's side. Liberty Cap will be a random mushroom effect every room that she walks into. Which, as we were talking about the compass, is also one of the random effects that come off of that Liberty Cap. Ooh, oh, well, somebody called the teleporting. Might as well start hitting that teleporting remote. ArrTeaSea is going to start a teleporting, ladies and gents. Be prepared. Alright, once again, that freeze effect, Mom's Bra, very... whoa. Wow. What happened to Slackaholicus' world? Okay. Don't use Mom's Bra against Gertie Jr. Holy shnikes. That was the thing that just occurred. Oh, yeah, what's happening? Literally. Gasper. Oh, man, that was great. What's happening? I can just hear it now. Oh my god. Alright, that one's getting highlighted, I think. So don't use Mom's Bra and not kill off one of the Gerties. Wow. Only in Binding of Isaac, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I love this game so freaking much. That was great. Anyway, Slack in yet another pathway here again. Still just in that I hate Curse of Darkness, especially in the womb. So I got no clue what to tell you as far as if this looks like he's got a chance. But, again, gonna go back and heal here. And still just looking for that one boss fight. There we go. So having found Mom's Heart, he's got just this one more room and Mom's Heart to clear out and looking for a 1-0 lead here. And again, speaking of boss fights, ArrTeaSea gonna wait for that poop fly to clear and head on into hers. No problem, I got you, Stars. It's all good. Thank you for understanding, too. Yeah, it was just straight misfire. Anyways, like I was saying, moving on into his Mom's Heart fight is Slackaholicus, looking for that lead. ArrTeaSea just went into a god room after finishing off the husk there, and grabbed herself Guardian Angel, so double speed orbital to block shots. Wow, game, really? She just used a teleport remote to go into the next room. Gee, thanks. Here we see the double bombing technique of Slackaholicus. This, basically everybody's... ooh, that worked out so well. Everybody started to take advantage of this double bombing. You do a lot of extra damage this way, and you actually, if you're good enough with the timing and the placement on it, you keep just about the same spawns going, too. So it works out very nicely, and Slack has really perfected that. There you see the red patch enacting. If you get hit, you have an offhand chance that ups your damage for the room. So a little bit more damage output now for Slack. And on that note, as soon as that light on the way up and the cave on the way down opens up, you got yourself a win. So 1-0 lead over on Slack's side. So very nicely done. There's those GGs. And let me get you a link into both of their channels. Yeah, I love that Gertie glitch. That was good times. No, like, I was just like, that was the weirdest looking thing I've seen in quite a while, I gotta admit. That was kind of funny looking. It was great, but that was funny looking. Either way, there's those GGs. We'll wind up getting both of these two reset. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry about that. We click on over to the ad screen. We'll play about 2 minutes worth of ads. We'll get both of these two reset, and we'll get started up with round number 2 momentarily here. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. Slack will look to close this out 2-0, win his 11th in a row. And ArrTeaSea will look to tie this up in 1 and force a game 3. So hang tight, we'll be right back with you. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear, so let me flip this on over. Excuse me again, and as you can see, we got round number 2 just about to start up here. We got ArrTeaSea on the left looking to tie this up in 1 apiece, and the so far still undefeated and looking to remain so. Slackaholicus on the right, who again is up 1-0, looking to remain undefeated here if he can win round number 2. Again, ArrTeaSea will look to force a pivotal game 3 though, and there you see Slack moving into the middle there. I was gonna say, wait a minute, we don't have an item room, son of a bitch. Aha, look at that. Somebody's got luck with the resets. Either way, though, looks like they're both just about ready to go. If you want to fire some shots around the room, Slack's already doing so, and I'm pretty sure that that's the room he wants. But if y'all want to fire some shots, let me know that you're ready, and I'll do your countdown for you. Oh no, Diana has coffee. Let the W's begin. Oh, don't worry about it, Slack. Ain't a problem. All right, so they're both good to go. There's those shots on both sides. He was busy theory crafting that Gertie glitch. On that note, they're both good to go. So let me do a countdown for you. And again, best of luck in 3, 2, 1. And good luck to you both whenever you hear that. And again, there will be that slight delay because you are both watching and listening to my stream, waiting for that countdown. And I'm recapturing them both. So there is a delay between that. If you guys want to see it as live as it can be, though, here's a split link into both ArrTeaSea and Slack's channels. And they're off and running, so again, best of luck. Resetting on the remote detonator would have been 5 bombs if nothing else for Slack. ArrTeaSea gonna take that damage up. We were talking about it last round. Brother Bobby, it's damage up. So you might as well. Again, base damage on the follower tiers, but hey, it's something. And again, Slack knowing that ArrTeaSea's off and running is gonna take that one-time Mr. Boom bomb usage. Boy, I can talk. Yeah, there goes the reset. Nothing too special in that curse room. And that'll make up for it. Sad Onion will quite up your fire rate on Slackaholicus' side, so that'll make up for all the resets, and now he's off and running as well. So again, both on basement 1 and both off and running already. Excuse me. Alright, once again, Guppy's head showing up on ArrTeaSea, so second time today she's going to have that item. But again, once again, everywhere between 3 and I believe 6. It might be 5 as the cap, actually, but a lot of friends till the end flies spawn for you. Also, famine for the third time today because, like I said, he took a day off, but he's back in force, so let's all do it. Everybody say, to famine if you would. Alright, Slack also on into his boss fight. Wait for it. Oh, it's not! It's Pink Widow, never mind. I was waiting for it again. I was lining up for another one, I'll be real honest. Either way, yeah, Cuban meat for ArrTeaSea. And wait for it right about now. There we go. There's that Cuban meat to orbit around her, blocking shots and damaging anything that walks into it. Slack, on the other hand, gets anything random out of the boss pool, so we'll see what he pulls out of here. Haha. Speaking of Diana, how about we see those Yes Crowns? Patchin' Boy on Slack's side, so he's up to 18 cents, making that store more than viable to head into, so he's gonna go check it out right now. Oh, you can get 7 to spawn? Holy crap. Yeah, it's 5 going through the doors, I know that much. Battery, not the greatest of things, so he's gonna leave that behind. That would have been quicker charge on your space use items, and again, with the D6 especially at the moment, that is pretty damn well useless. So Slack not even going to bother. And again, he'll be heading right on down to his basement too to catch up to where ArrTeaSea is. What's up, Congo? How you doing? Alright, even more money on Slack's side. Boy, he's really going to have to, yep. I was going to say he's really going to have to consider bombing into the store. Wow, nothing good again. So at least he'll take the key out of there. Let's see, tarot cards on ArrTeaSea's side. Picked up the 2 of hearts. That'll double up the amount of red hearts you have filling up your containers. So first things first, might as well grab that. And there you go, more friends till the end flies. So there's the 5 total that you can take through a room with you. What's up, Sato? How you doing? Alright, plenty of bombs. ArrTeaSea auto 1 hit, and did exactly that to pin. Wow, even more pills. Jeez, these things are popular today. So let's see, more friends till the end. Ouch, tier 8 down. And a little bit of health up. Alright, at least that worked out well for ArrTeaSea, so she'll be heading on down to her caves. Ooh, very nice on Slack's side, picking up the pinking shears. That'll allow him to fly for the room he's in. His body will run around doing damage to anything it hits. And at a quite decent clip, too. Alright, Slack just raking in the money here. Yeah, it's not going to be nice to him, though. But into his blood challenge room, because he took himself down to 1 red heart. Oh, jeez, no thanks. Shot speed increase with that cat o' nine tails, definitely not worth the time spent. So he's going to pop his, like I was saying, there goes that body doing mass damage to Larry Jr. here. He'll wind up with 1 extra soul heart out of this and a normal boss item. Ooh, and a double deal for that matter, so a little bit more health up for Slack. Full heal for that matter as well. And probably the mark, indeed it will be. Damage up and, oh wow. I can't believe he took the 9 lives. I guess at that point, sure, might as well, but wow, kind of interesting move. So 9 lives on Slack's side. He's down to just 1 red heart and those 3 soul hearts on this life. If he were to lose those, he would come back to life with just 1 red heart. And ooh, super, jeez. Not the mini boss fight you want to see after picking that up. Interesting ballsy move right there, but 1 piece of guppy on Slack's side as well. If he comes across 2 more, that run just got insane. Hey, look, it's Edmund and Florian again. Just watch out for the puke. Yep, that would be the problem. And again, ArrTeaSea still no luck finding her boss fight or item room here. Not really all that far traveled into this caves, but beside the point. Still looking for it here. Slight advantage on the left side for her, though. She is on the next floor. Excuse me again. So basically at this point, we're looking at a full-on floor advantage for ArrTeaSea still. Yeah, left-hand guppy strats. It's a good theory at this point because Slack... Ooh, geez, down to just 1 red heart, though. He's going to wait until all that clears, or maybe not. Okay, I was going to say he's just going to clear out the... good timing on that, too. If you go out the room, come back in, everything on the floor disappears. So it makes it a lot quicker to walk on over. Slack takes the left hand. That is more red chest spawning for him now. So again, more Guppy items possible in a very, very easy fashion just by clearing out rooms. That's why I was saying, technically she's on the next floor. Technically being the key term there. Because she's found both of her boss fights, so wait for this. Does she skip? But wow, she is going to. I'll be damned. So ArrTeaSea, like I was saying, knowing her well enough, being that she's behind as well, will wind up skipping, I'm guessing, both of these item rooms, because that's a long way to check back on the other side here. But back-to-back boss fights here, and like I was saying, technically speaking, puts her on the next floor. Technically. Again, it's semantics at that point, so yes, I'm wrong, but yes, I'm also kind of sort of right, but mostly wrong. Either way, though, you get the idea. But there goes Gertie Jr. A little bit of range up on ArrTeaSea's side. Not exactly the greatest, but she'll be on to her second boss fight, Carrion Queen. Alright, so again, speaking of boss fights, Slack finding his and no item room yet here. Now with Guppy, do you go back? Yeah, I was going to say, being that you're in the build that you're in, I think Slack has to go back and find his item here at this point. And indeed, he's going to. And speaking of that, that was pretty easy. One room to search. That wasn't terrible. Sack of pennies. Even more money on Slack's side. Every couple rooms he clears out, that'll spawn a coin for him. Ooh, that bomb just missed on ArrTeaSea's side. This Carrion Queen fight gets trolly when she gets all these extra poops out on the floor. Alright, keeping that one floor difference between them. Slack on into his Caves 1 boss fight where he got the peep. Excuse me again. And ArrTeaSea just about done with Carrion Queen if she'd stop moving at the worst inopportune times. Wait for it. There we go. I was going to say one more hit ought to do. A little bit more health up for ArrTeaSea. And just like that, on down to the depths. So keeping that time advantage. Ooh, also getting a loading screen error. So let's see, does this happen to be an XL floor? I don't like to be kept waiting. Alright, there's the second piece of Guppy, which you notice did technically kill Slackaholicus. That's fine in his book, though. He wants to pick up those extra pieces of Guppy. So 2 pieces now on his side. He's 2/3 of the way there. Notice also just got himself a little bit of health up, thank you to those pills. So he'll be on down to the caves too. 2 hearts on this 8th life of Guppy. And there we go, finally getting through that loading screen. And just a Necropolis 1, so nothing special about this. Took too long to get through, and at that point, you're usually getting a regular type of floor. ArrTeaSea, though, an immediate item room, X-ray vision, allows her to get through any opening like you see up at the top there. You get the automatic bomb holes in and out of every entrance and exit to your secret and super secret rooms. Ooh, do you take that? Slack in 1 heart was thinking about possibly taking that stem cells in that challenge room. Would have been more health up on his side, but he's going to pass on it, at least for now. Alright, there's that 2 of hearts, giving ArrTeaSea basically a full heal. There's somebody throwing something out in the trash bin outside my place. Yeah, when you throw glass from up high, it breaks. Shocking. Hey, Lucanator. How you doing? Also, Guppy. I'd like to point out, Slack made Guppy. So, as you notice now, Slack has the ability to fly. And now he's probably, yeah, I was going to say now he's going to take this. So, what happens here? You notice all these extra flies now on Slackaholicus' side. That is not just Guppy's head. That's as he's firing tears, more of those randomly produce themselves. And look at the amount of them. Guppy is over freaking powered, kids. Also, he's at 3 red hearts now. That might be an unstoppable level of health. So we'll see how quickly Slack can play catch up here, because that's a build that he's brewing. Still on 8 full lives as well, so even if he does lose those hearts, he still has extra retries. And again, ArrTeaSea are in a bloat fight, and again, cannot fly, so she's got to watch out a lot for that blood on the ground. Notice staying up at the top, you cannot get double brimstone at the top. All you want to do is basically make him jump down to the bottom of the screen if you can. And then again, as soon as you get on top of him, you cannot take that double brimstone damage. You just got to watch out for the random spawn of the blood underneath you, though. Sometimes that's going to happen. We got Fallen Fight over on Slack's side. You notice, again, melting through it because of those attack flies. Enough said. That's how overpowered Guppy is. Gonna get a guaranteed devil item at the end of this, though. Possibly also a devil dealer god room. Well, Spirit of the Night. He could already fly and didn't really need Spectral Tears, but now he has Spectral ability on his Tears. Ooh, and Blow taking down yet another racer. That, without flying, you're in a real bad situation in that room right there. Yeah, in that situation, if you can't fly, he's just going to be like, oh, you want to be on top of me? Blood. Like, right up underneath you. That bloat fight is just brutal. Alright, once again, those red chests paying off for Slack. Another health up on his side with that Soul Heart. And Robo Baby once again for ArrTeaSea's new first item. That'll follow around shooting out those laser tears to clear out the entire room. Stupid bloat. Ooh, top assassin enemy-wise this season. It's probably the bloat, honestly. I'm trying to think if anything else would have topped it, and Mask wasted the most time, but I'd say, yeah, the bloat probably has killed the most racers. Almost has to be. Yeah, Guppy will stack with Mulligan. At that point, it's basically just like, here's a bunch of flies. Bleh. Yeah, Conquest is up there. That's the only thing I was really thinking about was Conquest, but I gotta say it was the bloat. Bloat's probably killed more people, all in all. Conquest only really kills our racers if they have like 2 hearts when they walk in the room. I mean, at that point, you're kind of screwed. You can get through it, but you gotta have a pretty decent build at that point, because if you have no damage up and you're trying to fight like Conquest with 2 hearts, you're gonna randomly get hit by those lights. It's gonna happen. And especially if you can't fly, you're basically setting yourself up for disaster. Alright, so Slack, once again, that box of items, one of everything here. So 1 bomb, 1 key, 1 coin, a pill, a card, and a trinket. And, wow, really with the teleporting today? Really? So directly over to an item room is, why not? Also tarot cards. See if you get anything good off of these. Oh, well, Hierophant will give you 2 soul hearts. Absolutely. Thank you, teleporting once again. So we got a Bombs or Key pill and a full health. Might as well take that on with you. Jeez Louise. Let's get some more good pills out of this for Slack. Good God. Yeah, Moonstrats, kinda. Yeah, these teleports, I'm telling you, this is why teleporting has become overpowered in the league this year. Like, the racers have a belief in it, and it's paying off for them. I don't think Slack even cares if that devil deal's still there or not. I honestly doubt he cares. If it's there, hey, it is. What do you know? Might as well check it, I guess. The Magician would be homing shots for the roomies. Oh my God. Really? Ugh. He's gonna take a both, isn't he? Nope, just Lucky Foot. Alright, now the pills can't possibly be bad anymore. Good God. I thought he might actually take Brimstone, too. That I would have actually considered, but Slack's gonna be happy with what he's got. I would have thought about it, quite honestly. But he'll take Lucky Foot, so anytime he gambles now, he's got a much higher chance of victory. If it's a purple slot machine, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. Oh, well, there you go. How about the compass as well, because you need to see exactly where you're going, too. Jeez. The external compass on top of everything, and Slack still is holding on to 39 cents, I'd like to point out. Hey, Kasasumi, how you doing? He left his full health pill behind. He doesn't care. Really, at the most, would have gotten him... Honestly, by the time he got down that low, would have gotten him 1 red heart worth of heal. So it's basically just 1 red heart that he left behind, if you think about it. Alright, ArrTeaSea on into a boss fight. Oh my God. Really? With the pills now? He's got Lucky Foot. Oh, Lord. Tier rate increase. Oh, God. Really? More flies? Jesus. Alright, so Slack can't possibly get bad pills. Keep in mind, he has a lucky foot, so now Mom's pill jar becomes that much more useful of an item. My god, this synergy on this run. You've got to be kidding me. Anyways, ArrTeaSea halfway through her Tank and Gertie fight over on the left side here. And Slack gonna move on in 3 floors ahead, I can't do math anymore, into his mom's foot fight at the end of the depths too. And he gets regular gray mom, so nothing scary. Even if you didn't have Guppy, this fight isn't all that scary. Alright, a little bit more range up for ArrTeaSea with Mom's underwear, and again, she'll be on down to Caves 2. But moving on down to Womb 1 as he takes out Mom's heart, gets 2 more soul hearts and more fire rate increase. Sure, why not? Also gonna take the Polaroid with him, so if he were to get down to half a red heart, Slack gets 5 seconds of damage shield with that. Or if he happens to cross Guppy's paw and turns all those into blue hearts, every time he were to get hit, that would be 5 seconds of invincibility. Not going to bother with the money. This room and 1 more to clear. Slack will be immediately onto his boss fight here in the Womb 1. You notice with the compass, there's no stores, no item rooms. So you'll notice he's beelining directly to this boss fight here. Yep, more tears, more chance it flies. Basically how it works. You got an offhand chance every time that you fire a tear that you're going to fire a fly based off your luck stat. And, yeah, it's just, if you fire more, you're going to have that much more chance that your whatever % chance it is to fire a fly actually gets to fire. Yeah, depends on what you mean by, like, cheese mom. If you mean, like, Mom's foot, yes, you can absolutely cheese that. Just can't Bible it. Because you can still take damage while cheesing, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what to specifically refer to that as, but you can still take damage while you're doing that. The Bible is just an instant kill. Alright, all those flies, only going to be able to take 5 with them. Oh god, really? Why not? Let's have Bloody Lust too. Jesus Christ, the damage multipliers. I can't even keep track of this now. So, as Slack kills enemies in every room, he's going to get a damage multiplier off right there. Got, well, not a damage multiplier, but damage up, I should say. More importantly, took himself down to just blue hearts, so he's going to get a 5-second damage shield if and when he gets hit every time, like he just did because of the Polar right there. But, like I said, damage up off of every enemy kill, which means that every fly at that point gets more damage increase on it because that's a damage multiplier. So, yeah, that synergy. Also, that really short Womb 2 right on into his mom's heart fight. We might as well have a countdown going because this ain't going to last long. Hi, Mom's heart. And bye to the first 25%. And once she shows back up, bye to the next 20%. Make that 25-ish%. And 1 more bomb and a couple more flies. And we're down to the part where he lives, stays out the rest of the time. And a couple more flies ought to do it. Hey, there you go. It's over. Like I told you, that's about a 15-second fight, give or take. Wow, that build. I'm not even kidding. Especially with the extra kills he had in that room. That damn